Okay, folks, so I'm not really too sure exactly where to start with this video here because I had captured some more Star Trail stuff going on and some weird shit, and it's interesting to me because the narrative is still stands with the majority of people. They believe that these stars, you know, are these burning balls of gas light years away and that we're spinning. And I don't believe that anymore. I just can't. I can't believe that anymore. And it's kind of interesting in this article here where they talk about what are star trails and how do I photograph them. They contradict themselves already. Like the first sentence in this article, they say star trails show the motion of the stars over the sky during a period of minutes or hours with a steady amount long exposures. But they say it right here. Star trails show the motion of the stars over the sky. They move around us. But then in the second paragraph, they say star trails reflect Earth's rotation or spin around its axis. Well, which is it? Earth sky? Do star trails show the motion of the stars over the sky, or do the star trails show the Earth's rotation? Because I don't believe we're spinning. I don't believe we're rotating. I believe we're standing still. We are on a non-rotating stationary plane, surrounded by an ice wall that keeps us contained. And, it's very possible that there could be other territories and realms out there buried deep in the ice wall, that they've even been going as far as developing artificial suns and artificial satellites that can go out over those territories and melt back the ice wall to expose another realm and another territory with different resources, or even possibly evidence of other civilizations and people that lived long ago in other parts of the planet. It's just a theory. And I find the criticism that I get from so many people, very interesting when I talk about the theory, because I'm not necessarily associated with the flat earth, terminology, when the flat earth thing has already been given such a bad name and a bad face that, if you say that you're associated with it, instantly you get all of these people coming out of the woodwork, just it's insulting your intelligence and just like good programmed bots. But I believe we live on a non-rotating stationary plane, and those stars move around us. That's what I observe. And I don't think at this point now, I don't think they're burning balls of gas. And I get overwhelmed because every time I watch the video, the Star Trail video, I'm just going to show you. This was from this one here, I think was maybe a test of what they really wanted to accomplish, which I think is associated with what is called the time reversal waves. And now, since they've been introducing more quantum computing and quantum mechanics and quantum physics and quantum everything into the equations, they've been able to demonstrate and show some very interesting things when it comes to developing holographic technology and projection technology. And as far as the technology that has been already proven that they can manipulate and alter and time reverse other, certain forms of waves, wave energy and frequencies and different things. They've been able to do it with acoustics and with water and that, but the optical aspect of it, the visual aspect of it, anyway, this was from the night before. And I extracted the last frame from this, but you can see they do like a little hiccup thing here. And I'll show you that frame. Yeah, this is the frame right here. And you can see they do like a little jump, like a little step up. And it's really only on mainly this side of the star field right here of the vision of the, the optical range of the camera. But you could see over here, these ones didn't get disturbed up in here. So it wasn't the camera or the tripod moving. That's why I did the upload notice video that I did, because I wanted to show ahead of time that that tripod is very steady and it's level, and there's nothing influencing the movement of it. The camera captured what looks like the stars kind of doing a little skip and a jump. And I think that this was a test for what I captured last night that they really wanted to accomplish. And this was a little bit of a failure of that test, like of a little partial blip. of what they really wanted to accomplish. And now I'm probably going to well up again because every time I watch this, this is the video from last night. And I've done nothing to it. This was from last night, June 5th. And all I've done is just, I did a slowed version of it here, where I slowed the video feed down. But this video here is as it was captured. I've done nothing to it. And watch, just watch. Did you see it? It happens so fast. And you can see I'm not doing anything with the slider. You know how you can go through a video nowadays instead of the old VHS that you got to rewind? Well, now digital imagery and everything has allowed us to go through. We can do stuff like that. We could step through videos and show that. But I am not touching this bar. This is playing as it is. All I'm going to do is just click this play button and watch the bar. I don't touch the bar. This is as it was recorded. Watch closely. What the fuck was that? Pardon my French. Seriously, and now I'm gonna fucking cry again. What the fuck? What is that? Why does it look like the stars just backed up and then played again? Like a disc would, you know? And I don't know why I'm crying. I really don't know why I cry when I watch that. I really don't. And here's a slow. All I did here in this one is just slow it down. I slowed the video down in the Clipchamp. I mean, you can see I'm not touching that slider bar. This is as the camera captured it. What the fuck? Over? So I don't know. Maybe the reason why I feel overwhelmed and I feel like crying about it is because now I really don't. I had doubts before about different theories about what these lights in the sky were. But after this, seems to me like the theory of that it's just a freaking projected and it's all just projected into the sky around us. It seems pretty fucking believable now. And you could just go back through and you could just fucking rewind that tape, right? Rewind our visual, rewind our optical view of the sky. What the hell, man? And I don't know why I want to cry. I kind of documented something similar. This is the moon, the position of the moon during the daytime. According to one of the augmented reality maps, of course, where the moon was supposed to be up there where the sun was at. But it's all dark, right? Jupiter and all that, what they say was up there too. How special, right? So special. And right there, the moon is right there. And you can see there's the sun, right? Well, this morning, it's moved. It's like jumped. Like really far. Now it's like on the other side. Now it's on the other side of where the sun's at. It's like almost opposite of where the sun is at. Like it jumped like from over in here all the way over in there just in 2 days time. This was this morning. Okay. And then this was on the 4th. You know, in the more, I don't, the star trails though. I mean, what the hell? I think that they did a test run the night before. That's what this frame here would have shown. The last extracted frame, you could see where it looks like the stars, all these lights on this side here, and even Polaris looks like it did a little bit of a hop, a little bit of a jump type of thing. And then the next night, they're doing this. where they all just seem to reverse, and they all do it. All of them. They just back up and reverse. So, are these just projected lights then? And what the fuck is going on with all of these, narratives about all of these stars and planets and everything? They have backstories for all of these things, right? What's that about? And really, this is something that not a lot of people are going to notice. I'm just saying, a lot of people are busy living their lives, and a lot of people are dealing with a lot of different distractions and things going on. So, how many people you think are really going to notice something like this? The same thing with if a third of the stars just blacked out all of a sudden. Would people even notice? Would anybody even notice? The average person wouldn't even notice because they wouldn't have observed it for themselves. They would just be taking scientists and people's word for it, for whatever's being observed and shared throughout the scientific community. Explain this one. Explain this one. I mean, that there's a possibilities that there could be something with the digital optics on the camera, but even then, the camera's going to capture what it's pointed at and what it's commanded through my pushing on the buttons to record. Okay, I pointed it at the sky. This is what it recorded. What part of the camera's perception and the camera's reality of the situation would cause it to record the stars and then stop recording them and then back it up and show a replay of what it's supposed to have captured, which should have been the stars moving and not stopping and restarting from a targeted area? What the fuck, over? What is going on? Are these really just fucking projections? And if so, is this augmented reality a situation with the sun and the moon making such a huge jump like that? And it doesn't even really look like Jupiter moved very much. Well, I mean, I guess there's supposed to be the sun and then Jupiter, the moon, right? Supposed to be. And then Jupiter's right there by the sun still, but I don't. What the fuck, over? Again, this is just slowed. All I did was slow it down. Nothing else. Right there. Don't blink or you'll miss it. And I guarantee you that if they were able to do something like this, and these are just projected lights, what percentage of the population really noticed and would notice? And guess what? Now, after watching this video, all of y'all are tagged in that percentage of people that just witnessed something that can only be explained one way. Because big, giant, physical, burning balls of gas cannot just stop, back themselves up, and erase their presence and existence in the physical world, and then just start back up again and continue on the same path that they were previously on. The only way this is possible is through the optical range, through like a holographic type of technology, through a projected type of reality. Some scientists and some people out there have some explaining to do. And don't tell me that it's a fucking camera glitch. And don't tell me that it's something to do with the fucking camera, because the camera is recording exactly what it's been told to record through my commands of pressing that record button. And what's up, Nikon, if that's the case? What's up? This is a Nikon P950. What's up? Why is your camera altering the stars in the sky like this, if that's the case. Somebody's got some explaining to do, okay? Because these are supposed to be burning balls of gas light years away that are influencing us. The energy from these are supposed to be influencing us, right? The frequencies, the wavelengths, everything that we absorb from it. What did you just do to all of us who are unchangeables, who are the variables that you can't change? What did you just do to us? What did you just subject us to? What does that do to the human body when you have got it tuned and it's receiving all of these frequencies and all of these wavelengths that we're absorbing and all of these electrical currents that we're absorbing? What does it do to our flow of energy and to our construct, to our DNA even? When you just stop that signal, back it up to a previous point, and just beam us again with that same signal that you just previously beamed us with. What does that do? Serious questions, man. Serious questions. And I don't freaking know why. Every time I've watched this now, I fucking cry. Why? Fucking losing it, man. These people with all of these stupid ass stories about stars and planets, they have backstories for these things as if they're real, as if they're physical objects. Tell me how physical objects do that shit then. Tell me how a physical burning ball of gas can just stop and then rerun. Time reversal wave technology has been researched for a while. There's several articles and information that has come out on it. Scientists show how they were able to turn back time in a new study. And what's interesting about synchronicity when it comes to stories and different things that I come across, and I could show you some additional information concerning Colonel Bearden's work even when it comes to directed energy weapons and stuff. But this is not some kind of a new technology that they've been researching. They've been doing it for decades. The only difference now is that they have been applying quantum computing, quantum physics. They've been considering every possible variation, every possible medium, every possible, you know what I mean? They've expanded it. And in this particular article here, talking about time reversal, it talks about interaction among the subatomic particles under the operation of time reversal were thought to be invariant in the same way, but evidence to the contrary was discovered in 1964 in weak nuclear interactions. Okay, this is not some type of a new thing. The only change is the quantum aspect of it. Okay. This was another one that was put out, time reversed optical waves by arbitrary vector spatial temporal field generation. This has got a lot of basis that is used for holographic type of technology and stuff too. Okay, this is interesting. I'm not going to read into a lot of that because a lot of it gets boring, quite frankly. If I try to read it, a lot of you will probably just tune out, and I don't want you to tune out right now because there's other stuff that I wanted to present too. And it's very interesting, talking back to synchronicity, that this would have been published on March 19th of 2019, okay? And the reason why it's interesting to me on a synchronistic level is because for the first 15, 16 years of my life, I celebrated my birthday on March 19th, okay? It wasn't until I got my first job and I applied for a driver's license and I started making my own money and I started my own little cake decorating business on the weekends, that I got a good look at my birth certificate, and I was filling out my own forms where I had to fill in that space for my birth certificate. And there's several forms initially before I really looked at my birth certificate close that I filed that have the 19th on it because that's what I just wrote, because that's what I assumed, right? Well, if they're looking at my birth certificate even closer, I realized my birth certificate says the 18th, that I was actually born on March 18th. So for the you know, for a while it was celebrated on the 19th, but this article was published on the 19th of 2019, showing how scientists were able to turn back time in a new study. And they talk about time reversal waves, and they talk about the time reversal theory. And it's very interesting. They would mention that, however, by using a quantum computer, and again, you can look up these articles yourself. This was published from Home Science. This information is not that difficult to find. It's out there. My Modern Myth. Yeah. But the paragraph here where they talk about, however, by using a quantum computer, they were able to simulate a particle. And then as the particle spread began to get larger, they used an equation to bring this wave back in, moving back in time a fraction of a second. And could this happen in real life? It's highly unlikely, they say here in this article. It is very complex and complicated. It is very complex and complicated to send waves on a pond back. You don't say. Once they've been created, lead researcher Valerie Vinegar, a physicist at Argonne National Laboratory in Illinois, said, but we saw that this was possible in the quantum world in a very simple ways. Okay, so if what was holding them back was the fact that they could not recreate a wave that was sent through a certain medium that contained all of those different types of fundamentals, if you want to call them that. There's probably another more scientific word for it, but if you are attempting to manipulate an optical projection through a pond, through a rippling water type of a thing, and you could not control one or more of those elements, you would not be able to achieve it. You would not be able to achieve a reversal and then set back on the course type of effect. But if you worked a little bit harder and harder and harder, where you actually could control all of the functions inside that medium, inside on that pond, in that pond, then you could actually do that. Like chasing waves on the ocean, right? I just, and they state in the last paragraph, this is exactly why we're building quantum computers, said Stephen Bartlett, professor of physics at the University of Sydney. This is a demonstration that quantum computers can allow us to simulate things that should not occur in the real world. There's so much more of the details that I would like to present, but some of it, as I'm reading through it, starts to get a little bit boring. And I know it's hard for a lot of people to understand, and I don't want to lose people because I'm presenting stuff that seems a little bit too technical, but all of this, when it comes to time reversal waves and this type of technology of being able to move backward, forward, we've already got it in our digital lives. Like in this video, I can go to any point on this bar instantly, instead of having to go through and rewind it like a VHS tape. I can click anywhere instantly and get that. But when you're dealing with a situation and a project where you want to actually try to alter and manipulate something that has been projected through, like, say, a body of water, like maybe say a firmament, like maybe say waters above, you would have hiccups. You wouldn't necessarily be able to generate it right back to the same path where it began, because there would be so many variables in there interfering with that wavelength. You wouldn't be able to get it right back to the same exact path and repeat it. But if you apply certain technologies and things in your way of thinking, and you explore in a different direction, eventually you'll get to that point where you can actually manipulate and alter that medium to the level that you want it, to create the optics that you want. I don't know. Just, it's overwhelming. I'm overwhelmed right now, so tell me how that happens. some people's got some explaining to do. Seriously. Whether it's, the people in charge of the space up here that they've claimed territory of, or whether it's Nikon, someone got some explanations, because it's going to be very difficult for me to accept that this was just some kind of a camera glitch, because I've never had an issue where the camera has just went ahead and made the decision to just back up to a previous point that it recorded and then replay it during the recording. Okay? What the fuck? Over. This whole time reversal wave theory has been around for quite a while, and it's been heavily developed and deployed through DARPA and the military and the Department of Defense, the Department of Energy. They've all invested billions of dollars into researching this type of technology for directed energy and directed energy weapons even. It's published information, okay? It just, I have to show you again to end this video so that I can have a laugh at the end of this video, where I have to point out this whole thing where Earth Sky just completely contradicts themselves in just two simple paragraphs of two simple sentences. Star trails show the motion of the stars over the sky. Star trails reflect Earth's rotation. Do they know? Do they know? Earth Sky. Whatever. The moon jumping around and stuff like it has been lately has been very curious too. And I've got other footage, other night sky footage and other star trails that I still have to review and upload. But this one, when I came across it this morning from, it's like, what is going on here? Because I don't always review these right away. But this was from last night. I peeked at it, and I still have some from several nights ago too. Yeah, that I have to go through and look at. Who knows? There might possibly be more of this type of stuff that shows little glitches, but I'm overwhelmed right now. It's just too much. What would cause that? Seriously, it's overwhelming. Are these just productions? Seriously, I have so many questions. Too many questions. But there's no question, though, that I appreciate you and anybody that watches my content and anybody that participates with my channel, because that's really the only way that the algorithm can be beat, is by people actually participating, commenting, liking, sharing. All of that interaction, tells the algorithm that, you're interested in my content, and that means a lot. It means more than, any amount of a physical donation or any kind of monetary donation or anything that you could give to my channel. It just the like, the share, the clicking the subscribe, clicking the notification bell, that all has a priceless value. I can't put a value on it. All I can say is that I appreciate it more than I can even express. So thank you. And there's definitely more to come if I can help it. But right now, I need to maybe play some video games or something, because this is too much. It's just too much. Stay safe and mindful, folks. Know that I appreciate you, that you matter very much to me.